Welcome to the Old Boar Plays City Skylines. This is a tutorial series for you to learn all about Railway 2 train networks. I'm putting in functioning railway infrastructure first, and then building little towns around it. I want to help you in this video cut down on your traffic. This is the little town of Meadowland. It's 7,854 in population, and it has its own passenger line and its own cargo line. This can receive cargo coming in from the rail yard complex, where I have all of my unique factories. Let me show you one thing I do to cut down on your traffic on your highways. I'm using a mod called Transfer Controller, and I'm keeping all of my service vehicles off the highways and in this local district. This is the district of Meadowland. You can see that I've painted it large so that I can grow. So I want to keep all of my ambulances from going across the map. Here's my hospital, and this is the transfer controller. If I open this, you can see that I prefer local district, and I've enabled location restrictions. And I will always want to serve this same district no matter what the district is named. And I've added Meadowland here. That means all of these ambulances are going to stay within this district. I do the same for the police station. And I'm going to do the same for trash, hearses, and you can even do it for fire stations, although your fire trucks probably aren't going to go to the other side of the map to put out a fire. So let's do an example. This little town doesn't have any trash collection. I'm going to put in a large recycling center. And now, with the transfer controller, I'm going to prefer the local district. That might be good enough for you, but I'm going to force it to stay within Meadowland. You can even choose the vehicles here, but I choose them right here on this little drop down. So that's one way you can use Transfer Controller to keep your traffic at a bare minimum on your highways. Sometimes I just take a look at my highway interchange and I'm looking for these. Here's a trash truck. We'll see where it's going. Let's see where it comes from. It comes from this recycling center here. So I need to tell this recycling center to stay within the rail yard complex. That keeps that trash truck off my highways. Another thing I'm going to do with Transfer Controller, I'm going to send these luxury goods to specific parts of the map where I have my little towns. This is the rail yard complex. I've painted a district around it so that I can keep the service vehicles on the inside, and so that I can do some tweaking with Transfer Controller here. So I have 16 unique factories. I have the car factory, produces luxury goods, printing press, the toy factory, the electronics factory. This is the soft paper factory. This is the household plastics factory, petroleum refinery, industrial steel plant, food factory, bakery, lemonade factory, household modular factory, furniture factory, clothing factory, sneaker factory, and I have a shipyard. All of these produce luxury goods. The only one that I'm not going to be able to send out to cities is the ships. Meadowland has its own industry, so I'm going to take this factory here and send luxury goods to one of my towns. So we'll take the transfer controller and we're going to allow imports, but from goods in, I want to enable some restrictions for the glass and the farming. I'm going to put the farming industry here, and I'm also going to put the ore industry here. Those are bringing in these two products. I'm also going to put the rail yard complex because I have warehouses in this complex that will feed this factory its raw goods. This is my glass warehouse, and sometimes I name these medium warehouse glass. I can also use transfer controller, and goods out, I can prefer the local district, and I can also select specific buildings. Lemonade factory. Goods in, I can prefer local districts. In glass, I want to come in from my ore industry. This is going to force the trains to bring those goods to me and keep those service vehicles off the roads. You can see once you use your transfer controller that it's highlighting the buildings that have already been set. We're going to choose the bakery. And I'm receiving goods from the large animal warehouse here, crop silo 1, which is here, and the medium warehouse flour. So for goods out, I have a train station right here. I'm not going to prefer local districts, and I'm not going to allow exports. I want to keep those luxury goods in my own cities. So here is where I'm going to choose Boar Hills. It's going to force this train station to take goods all the way out to this particular cargo station here. My commercial area needs goods. Not enough goods to sell. So we have configured all of these pink spots on the map to keep service vehicles within their own districts. And we've told the bakery, which is here, to take goods to Boar Hills. So now, because we have a station between Bridgeton and Anadarko, we're going to take some other luxury goods over there. Here's the lemonade factory. We're receiving goods in from farming and ore and the rail yard complex. Now let's take goods out. We don't want to export them, and we don't want to prefer local district. We want to take those goods to Bridgeton and to Anadarko. The train station that's right next to this will fill up and take goods out to those two towns. So now I'm going to configure the rest of these to take goods to the cities that have commercial zones. This is the soft paper factory. I want to prefer goods from the local district, which is rail yard complex, and then I want to receive goods, crops, paper, petroleum, and plastics. Crops is from farming, paper is from forestry, petroleum and plastics are from the oil industry. And I'll go ahead and add the rail yard complex in as well. Now for goods out, I want to take this out to the downtown area. I'm not going to allow exports. I want to keep those goods in my own cities. And I want to take this to the downtown area. Now transfer controller is configured, and I need to think about how my station is going to take a train over to the downtown area. This is the downtown area, which also serves Caddo. And here's my cargo station. So I might want to go ahead and add Caddo as well. Want to select goods out, select Caddo. It will force a train to take those goods to that cargo station that's in the middle of those two towns. I'm going to have to move this around just a bit so that that train can get to that cargo station. I'm going to send the petroleum refinery's goods all the way out to Milton. We're going to set up the food factory. We're sending goods all the way out to the train station, the cargo station that's located here. This is between Anadarko and Bridgeton. This is Anadarko, 13,000, and this is Bridgeton, almost 10,000. So we've covered Bridgeton, Anadarko, Milton, Boar Hills. Meadowland has its own industry. Fairview and Meadowland can probably be served by this local industry here. My other cargo hub is here at Fisherland and Airfield. Fisherland is almost 10,000. Airfield is almost 7,000. So I'm going to take the car factory and send those luxury goods to Fisherland and Airfield. First, I'm going to set up the goods in. Now for goods out, I don't want to prefer the local district. I want to choose Airfield and Fisherland. Magnolia and Barlow are high-rise, high density, very little commercial. University City has commercial. But instead of sending a train, I might build a bridge across here. We'll see how that works out. This takes a lot of tweaking, and the more you work with it, the more traffic you're going to keep off your highways. Once Arapahoe and Mountain View and Fairview get bigger, we'll take a cargo station out to that area and we'll send those luxury goods out. What I also like to do is take a look at this, see if I have any service vehicles that shouldn't be here. This is an ambulance from the medical clinic, but which medical clinic? It's all the way over here in Barlow. I have a hospital right here. This should be set up. It's set up to serve Barlow. So I'm just going to delete the medical clinic. I put it in before I put the hospital in, before I built out that population. Prefer local district might be good enough, but I'm going to go ahead and set Barlow. Let's see where this police car is coming from. It's coming from its own district, and we'll check it to see if we're servicing this particular local district, and we're not. We want to put the downtown here so those police cars don't go all over the map. You can see I have some commercial that is lacking goods, and we'll see how that works out. I should have some train stations taking cargo over to the downtown area soon. A little bit of wonkiness there. What I also might want to do is name these. So this cargo terminal is serving these two cities and keeping all that traffic off the road. That's what we want. While I was watching the train, I noticed all kinds of trash trucks on the highway. I have quite a few trash recycling centers that haven't been programmed by a transfer controller. This is the kind of tweaking that you need to do with that mod. This little bridge is taking its cargo to University City. Thank you for watching The Old Boar Plays City Skylines. Take care now.